of cowboy and Indian movies with my dad growing up. And now, look at that. It's actually going to pay off. Yeah, so it's been very meaningful.
So you thought it was different name, yeah?
The movie?
Yeah.
I just
Dancing
with the wolves.
With the wolf?
With the wolves. And it's dances with
Dances with wolf. Yeah.
Wolf or wolves?
I think wolves.
And why do you think they gave it that title?
Well, long story short is because the Lieutenant Dunbar, I think his name.
Yeah, John Dunbar?
I think. He wanted to be on the front line. It means very close to the place where the American army was pushing forward towards the territory of different Indians, native. Okay, we're going straight?
Yes, 35 miles. Pass me the thing and I'll put it in. Alright, you also want some gas station, dump station, right?
Yeah. And he tried to build a relationship with the Native Americans, with the Indians.
So backing up though, he had been critically injured during one of the battles.
Yeah.
And he was close to losing his foot. That's what the doctors wanted, just to chop it off, and he decided with all the pain that that's not going to happen. So literally he pulled the boot back on and went back out. And I mean, I don't want to spoil the movie, but
you know what, I think, yeah,
you better watch it.
guys, the best thing is Netflix, Dances with Wolves, and it's 3 hours movie, and believe me, we really enjoyed it yesterday.
And it didn't feel that long.
And especially that we saw the scenery. What was it? The Badlands.
Yes.
We saw it like we were just yesterday over there or 2 days ago. So it's really, really cool to see this place, and then you start to understand the movie much better, I think.
Yeah. And then the whole thing with the bison.
Yeah, I mean, when in the movie you will see so many, buffaloes or. I honestly, I'm so confused with the bison and the buffalo and things like this. Now I'm calling them tatanka. Tatanka in the language of Lakota means this beast, okay? So if this is buffalo, it's buffalo. If it's bison, it's bison. I think bison sounds very French, but tatanka, it's in the Lakota language, so I know definitely that it is tatanka.
Sounds good. Which we saw a lot
and the thing is that when you see the tatankas, I mean, unbelievable amount of them on the field. You like, my gosh. And when I saw how they started to run, I was like, thank you, Lord, that we didn't experience our contact with tatanka. They were just crossing the road.
Stampede, right? In the movie.
Honestly, we saw a multitude. I mean, I just hope that we will be able to show on our video the amount of tatankas. I mean, in the beginning when we went to what was the name of the Badland, we saw one tatanka, one bison, buffalo, whatever, and we were like taking videos and things like. Man, we saw like maybe 300 or 500. I mean, there was a breathtaking experience.
And it wasn't even planned. I mean, we were disappointed because we went to the Badlands and we were looking for dispersed camping. So we were driving and the roads are, unpaved, so they're rugged and the whole house is shaking.
Yeah.
We finally got to the unpaved campsite and there were so many people there. I mean, it was...
And on the top of it, we have the prairie dogs. I mean, they were walking among the people almost.
It was
so they were looking at our rats, and I'm thinking, like, we already. Wendy already had experience with a little tiny mouse here in the RV.
Do you know what happened?
And she was panicking.
Oh.
Just imagine now if the little prairie dog enters our vehicle.
I mean, they're not so little. I mean, they're like
rats.
Like rats. But 2 days ago, we started the journey, and I went to put my seatbelt on. I touched something back here, and a mouse literally ran down my arm onto the floor. So I was like, ah! We haven't found our mouse. So
we have 3 traps right now, and we are waiting.
Either that or the mouse doesn't like peanut butter and cheese or something. But yeah, so who knows what we're carrying on board, stowaways. But yeah, so it was, after we said about the campsite, there was nothing there particularly, so we just carried on traveling, which we do quite frequently, not knowing where we're going. And the sun was setting, so it was really pretty. But we're going further away from the Badlands. We'd only been there probably not even an hour and a half in the Badlands.
Yeah.
We already had some amazing footage and pictures. So we started driving, and we were finding ourselves like going further away from the Badlands. And then we turned the corner, and we came,
and we see on the horizon,
yeah, the whole herd of bison.
Gosh.
Incredible. I've never been so close to them. I mean, there was no fences, nothing, just wandered in front of you. But like Jack just mentioned, if there was a stampede, we'd be all like lining up for the basket.
I call it a jackpot. It means we won a lottery, because definitely the people who were in the Badland, they didn't see the stuff on the territory.
Yeah.
I mean, so many tatankas.
Yeah, bison, but amazing, incredible. And that's the beauty of the blessing of having this trip, where we don't have a time crunch. We can just wander off the path. We do try to avoid the busy roads, the highways and things, because one, it's stressful for Jack with the wind, and when you go where the big motorhomes or the trucks are going past you, I mean, it literally pulls you to the side. I mean, there's very little control over the steering wheel. So it's like white knuckling it all the time. So because of that, we're hitting the side roads, which are really nice, because you go through the actual little towns.
You finally see something.
Yeah.
On the highways, you just simply go from point A to point B, and you actually see nothing. But here we see life. We see farms. We see houses. We see normal kind of life. Yeah.
A lot of corn on the cob. You have seen a lot of corn on the cob through.
Well, now after 1880, I have to tell you something. When we see, what is it?
Corn. Oh, I think it's the husk.
Honestly, we have thoughts in our mind that you will not probably even think about it.
So what did you learn, Jack, about the actual... So I have to correct myself if I'm wrong, but I think it's the husk. After you've nibbled off all the corn, you've got the remains that you're going to throw away. So that's what we're talking about. So what?
Yeah. So we went to
I'm going to check to see if that's what it's called.
So in 1880 town, they had a not museum, but kind of museum. Yeah. I mean, they were showing, how people lived before and blah blah blah. And then we went, of course, to the outhouse.
Yeah. But this is like a kind of a model city of like the Wild West. So you've got your saloon, you've got your jailhouse. So it's literally a full-size town, which you'll see in the videos. So one of the little places was the outhouse.
And then you go to this little outhouse. It means toilet. And on the wall, I see corn on the cobs. Yeah. In the little, bucket. And there's description: when you are wiping up your bottom, use first the red ones, and then the other ones. And I'm thinking, like, it didn't cross my mind that people were using corn to do their business of number 2.
Well, maybe because, where we were, there was hardly any trees, so leaves were...
but just imagine, in those days, people didn't read just newspapers or simply have access to the newspapers. You know, we're talking about really primitive kind of situation. Yeah,
It's like 200 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Back to...
So guys, when you go today to the bathroom, and I can guarantee you everybody goes to the bathroom every single day, thank God for the toilet paper or bidet if you have. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic tools we can use.
We are so blessed. So
And then when you
fortunate.
look on the corner of the cup, you just think this was between your cheeks. I mean, 200
maybe
years ago.
both cheeks at one time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry.
I'm presuming that's the message that we got from it. We still haven't checked to see if that's a fact, but they literally had them sitting, the cobs, the eating cobs, instead of toilet paper, they had them sitting right beside the hole in the ground. But anyway, I got no internet, so I can't find it. What are you doing up there, big boy?
I am inspecting the sign.
And what do you reckon?
And I came to the conclusion that we are entering Wyoming.
You read very well, little bear. All right, here we go, people. Goodbye, Black Mountains of South Dakota. Hello, Wyoming.
Wendy, chop chop, we are going.
Coming,
Hurry up!
coming.